Guys, these are the absolute best credit cards to be using right now. And you're probably going to see a few cards in today's video that you don't really see too often. So let's get right into it. Card number 1 is the US Bank Cash Plus. I chose this card for today's video because it has some really nice versatility that such a wide range of people can get some nice value from. I personally use this card for my gas, electric, and water utilities, as well as my gym membership. For me, these expenses come out to around $400 per month, and I'm able to get 5% cash back, which comes out to about $20 per month. And I'm able to do this because the US Bank Cash Plus allows you to select not only one category, but two 5% cashback categories of your choosing. So as you can see, there's really something for everyone. Now the 5% cashback is limited to the first $2,000 in combined purchases from both of your selected categories each quarter. And the great thing here is that this card allows you to select new categories each quarter, giving you much more flexibility. Even better, this card has no annual fee, making it a no-brainer keeper card. Now it does have a 3% foreign transaction fee, so you're going to want to keep this in mind if you shop at any stores that are located outside of the US. Now the Cash Plus is also going to get you 5% cash back if you book travel through US Bank's Reward Center. It's not something I would personally do, but it's at least worth mentioning. This card also gets you 2% cash back at gas stations, EV charging stations, grocery stores, and restaurants, plus 1% back on everything else. But if you're into the credit card game, you probably already have a catch-all card that's at least 2% back. Now, another thing I like about this card is it comes with a nice welcome offer. I'm currently seeing it offering $200 in cash back when you spend $1,000 in the first 120 days of account opening. So if you're solely using this card for the 5% categories, this means you'll be getting a whopping 25% cash back on that first $1,000 in spend. Now I go more in depth about the US Bank Cash Plus in this video up here, and I even talk about how you can get multiple different versions of this card. So overall, if you can get use out of the 5% categories that this card offers, it's one that you really want to consider. For me, it gets me almost $400 in cash back each year with minimal effort. Now card number 2 on today's list is a fan favorite. It's a card that gives you a taste of the luxury perks that come with higher end travel cards, but comes with an annual fee that's very simple to justify. At least for most people. This card is the Capital One Venture X. I've personally been using this card for almost a year now. It comes with a fairly substantial welcome offer. Currently, I'm seeing it offering 75,000 miles when you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months from account opening. If you're valuing those miles at 1 cent per mile, you're looking at over 18% back in effective value for the first $4,000 in spend. However, since this card unlocks the ability to transfer miles out to Capital One's travel partners, it's possible to squeeze even more value from these miles by taking advantage of periodic transfer bonuses, or by taking advantage of travel partners such as Air Canada Aeroplan, Avianca Life Miles, or Turkish Miles and Smiles. One thing that really drew me to the Venture X is that this card acts as a flat rate catch-all card, with its base earning rate being 2x miles per dollar spent. For me, this meant I didn't have to carry around a separate flat rate card and could just use this card for all my non-category spend. But now, on top of that 2x, you're also going to be earning 10x miles per dollar spent on hotels and rental cars through the Capital One portal, and then 5x miles on flights booked through the Capital One portal. Now, some people may be hesitant to book through portals, and hey, I get it. Things get screwed up sometimes. However, I've personally only had great experiences with Capital One's portal so far. And if you've had the opportunity to use it, definitely let me know how your experience was down below. But the scary thing about this card is it has a $395 annual fee. And frankly, you'd have to run a lot of spend through this card in order to justify that fee just from the miles you earn. Luckily, this card has several perks and credits that help justify this fee. First, the Big Daddy, which is the $300 annual travel credit. Now, this credit's available right away for you to use in order to book things in the Capital One travel portal. And guys, make sure to actually use this credit because it will expire on your account anniversary, and then it'll get replenished with a new credit. On top of this, you'll be getting 10,000 miles added to your account every year beginning on your account anniversary. These 10,000 miles are going to be worth at least $100 in travel, but can potentially be worth more if you find a good deal with a transfer partner. Now, the Venture X also comes with a $100 credit for TSA PreCheck or global entry every 4 years. But since these programs are good for 5 years, we can value this credit at $20 per year. And an important thing to note about this is this $100 credit is per account. So even if you as the primary account holder already have global entry, you can actually have your authorized user take advantage of this credit so that it doesn't go to waste. And while we're on the topic of authorized users, another really nice feature of the Venture X, which is one of the reasons I personally went with this card, is you can add up to 4 authorized users for no additional cost. Now this is fantastic because now Lenny can have his own luxury travel card when he goes on vacation to the Maldives with his friends. The true value of the free authorized users comes when you realize each of these authorized users is going to get their own unlimited access to Priority Pass and Plaza Premium lounges for them and 2 guests. This unlocks 1,300 plus airport lounges worldwide, which sounds fantastic on paper. However, you want to take a look at your home airport and any other airport that you frequent and see exactly which lounges they have in those airports. For me, I fly out of Newark Airport. And frankly, it's a desert for Priority Pass lounges. So that means when I fly out of Newark, I don't get to enjoy the complimentary food, drink, and comfortable chairs that lounges typically come with. But this card is still worth it for me. Now, another benefit that comes with Venture X is Hertz Presidential Status, which will get you elevated rental car perks. And a pro tip here is that when you sign up for your Hertz Presidential Status, go to Enterprise, go to Avis, go to whatever your favorite car rental agency is, and see if they'll status match with your Hertz status. Overall, I personally believe this is one of the best luxury travel cards on the market due to how easy it is to justify the annual fee. And at the end of the day, this card is one of the cheapest ways to get lounge access. And a fantastic companion for the Venture X is the Capital One Saver one, which I cover more in depth in this video up here. But guys, this next card is one that many people say is actually too overpowered to last. It's a card that gets you 5% cash back at restaurants, 5% cash back at gas stations, 3% cash back on groceries, discount stores, wholesale clubs, utilities, phone, and streaming. And then 1.5% back on everything else.
Whoa, hang on a second. Did you just say 5% cash back at restaurants and gas stations?
I had the same reaction. Just think about all the people who'd be able to squeeze a ton of value out of this card. So this card is the Redstone Federal Credit Union Visa Signature. Now, I gotta say, this card does seem like it may actually be a bit too good. And cards that are too good oftentimes do get nerfed or straight up discontinued. But I don't have a crystal ball, so let's talk about what this card can do for you. First of all, not to burst your bubble, but the 5% cashback does have an annual cap of $7,000 to spend for the restaurant category, $7,000 to spend in the gas station category, and $7,000 to spend for each of the individual 3% categories. Each of these individual categories has its own $7,000 spend cap. That means I can go spend $7,000 at restaurants, $7,000 on gas, $7,000 at Costco, $7,000 at Target, and get all that sweet, sweet cash back. In fact, if you were to max out both the restaurant and the gas categories, you'd be looking at $700 in cash back for the year. And speaking of Costco, this card beats out the Costco Anywhere Visa by a long shot. It comes with extended warranty protection, and it gets 5% back on gas and 3% back at warehouse stores. Whereas the Costco Anywhere Visa gets 4% on gas and 2% at Costco. All of this cash back from a card that comes with no annual fee, has no balance transfer fees, no foreign transaction fees, and it even has a 0% intro balance transfer offer of 6 months. Plus, it even comes with a welcome offer. It's not an amazing welcome offer, but what I'm seeing advertised right now is $150 in cashback rewards when you spend $3,000 within the first 90 days. That comes out to an additional 5% cashback on that first $3,000 in spend. And I have no referral or affiliate links for this card. It's simply a credit card that I think you can get a ton of value from. Now yes, this is a credit card that's through a credit union, which means you have to join that credit union before being eligible to apply for this card. And the cheapest and easiest way I found that you can be eligible to join the Redstone Credit Union is by joining this Financial Fitness Association, which costs $8 for a 1-year membership. And definitely be mindful that Redstone Credit Union is not going to have a cutting-edge website and a cutting-edge app like the big banks do. Card number 4 is the card that gives you access to the absolute best of the best travel partners. This is the Bilt MasterCard, and if you've been watching my channel over the past year or so, you know I really love this credit card. Bilt broke into the credit card game by coming out with the first credit card that enables you to earn points when you pay your rent. The thing is, when you pay your rent with a credit card, your rental is typically going to charge a fee that would wipe out any sort of credit card rewards, making it not worth it to use that payment method. Bilt is enabling its cardholders to avoid paying that fee altogether. Now, the way they do this is by providing you with an account and routing number that's tied to your Bilt MasterCard, which you can then use to pay your rent just like you do from your checking account. But even if you pay your rent with a physical check, Venmo, or PayPal, Bilt has you covered. You can go right in your Bilt app, fill out your rent check information, and Bilt will literally print it out and mail it directly to your landlord. If you do go this route, I'd recommend requesting that check a couple weeks before your rent's due in order to give Bilt enough time to process and mail it. So with the Bilt MasterCard, you're going to be earning 3x points on dining, 2x points on travel booked directly with airlines, hotels, and rental car agencies, 1x points on rent up to 100,000 points per calendar year, and 1x points on everything else. The caveat is that in order to earn points, points, you must use your card 5 times each billing cycle. But since this card has a solid dining multiplier, this 5 transaction minimum is a non-issue. Another nice perk about Bilt is rent day. So on the first of every month, Bilt offers double points on non-rent purchases, meaning you're going to earn 6x on dining, 4x on travel, and 2x on everything else. This is a really fantastic opportunity to book travel and maximize your points. Plus, we've also seen Bilt offer some unique benefits on rent day, including opportunities to win free rent, earn extra Bilt points, and even get point bonuses when you transfer your Bilt points out to their travel partners. For a no annual fee card that doesn't have foreign transaction fees, you get access to some of the best travel partners and some awesome travel protections. It's honestly giving the Chase Sapphire Preferred a run for its money, and that card has an annual fee. Now, Bilt also offers additional points at select Bilt dining locations, and it even comes with $800 worth of cell phone protection with a $25 deductible when you pay your wireless bill with the Bilt MasterCard. Overall, it's a card I've really enjoyed over the past year, and if you want to learn more, check out my link down below. The Citi Custom Cash is card number 5 in today's video, and I highly recommend having one of these cards in your credit card lineup. It's really just super flexible. You're going to earn 5% cash back in your top eligible spend category each billing cycle. The eligible spend categories include restaurants, gas stations, grocery stores, select travel, select transit, select streaming services, drugstores, home improvement stores, fitness clubs, and live entertainment. Now, I typically recommend using this card as a single purpose card in order to simplify your life, but it's nice that it automatically adjusts based on your spending. There's no categories to change or anything like that. And the categories I envision this card being used for most often are restaurants, gas stations, and grocery stores. But if you have this card, let me know down below. What do you use this card for? Now, any spend that doesn't fall within your top 5% category is still going to earn 1% cash back, which I suppose is better than nothing. And the great thing about this card is it has no annual fee. So it's really just pure profit so long as you pay your bill in full each and every month. Now, the Citi Custom Cash does offer a competitive welcome offer. At the time of recording this video, it's offering $200 in cash back after spending $1,500 on purchases in the first 6 months of account opening. And that means if you're only using this card for your 5% category, you can earn over 18% cash back on that first $1,500 of spend. That's pretty dang good. I go more in depth on this card in this video, and I even talk about how to turn the 5% cash back into 5.5% cash back. Now, if you're someone who loves simplicity, loves digital wallets, and also loves luxury travel perks and benefits, card number 6 is for you. This card is the US Bank Altitude Reserve. Now, it does have a healthy $400 annual fee, but just wait, because I'm going to tell you how to make this card worth your while. First of all, this card earns 5x points on prepaid hotels and car rentals booked directly in the Altitude Reward Center. But nobody cares about that. What we really care about are the 3x points you're going to earn on eligible travel purchases and mobile wallet spending, either with Apple Pay, Google Pay, or Samsung Pay. Yeah, you'll get 1x points on everything else, but I trust that you'll be able to get at least 3x on everything.
Wait, only 3x points on a $400 credit card? Something ain't adding up.
So on face value, it may look a little questionable. However, the value here comes from a few different things. First, most of the annual fee gets effectively erased by the $325 worth of annual credits that this card comes with. When you use this card for eligible travel purchases and dining, takeout, and delivery purchases, you'll receive credit up to the first $325 in spend. Second, the points you earn from this card are worth 1.5 cents each when redeemed in US Bank's travel portal, or more importantly, when you redeem them for travel via real-time rewards. This means you can earn an effective 4.5% back on every single eligible travel or mobile wallet purchase that you make. And that's a beautiful thing, because as long as you use your mobile wallet to pay, you don't have to worry about what category the purchase falls within. Now, as for real-time rewards, one tip I have is that if you use the service, which you should, make sure to only redeem your points for travel purchases via real-time rewards to ensure you get that 1.5 cent per point value. And an important note about that $325 credit I mentioned earlier. You're going to be earning points on that spend. So assuming you use that $325 credit for eligible travel or with your mobile wallet at restaurants, you'll be getting 3x points per dollar, which as we know can turn into 4.5% back in effective value. This means the value of that $325 annual credit effectively turns into $339 and change. Now this brings the effective annual fee from $400 per year to just about $60. Now, this card's a Visa Infinite card and it comes with travel and shopping protection such as primary auto rental CDW, BMW, trip delay reimbursement, trip cancellation and interruption, lost luggage reimbursement, extended warranty protection, purchase security, and so on. Ultimately, if you travel even a couple times a year, or if you're buying things with this card, having these protections can really come in handy. But one of the perks that entices people to get luxury travel credit cards is access to airport lounges. The US Bank Altitude Reserve does come with airport lounge access via Priority Pass, but it doesn't have unlimited access like the Venture X we talked about earlier does. However, you will get 8 included visits per year, which you can use for yourself and guests to visit any of the over 1,300 Priority Pass lounges around the world. This is important because these lounges generally offer complimentary food and drink along with a more comfortable place to hang out while you're awaiting your flight. Ultimately, if you're able to get into an airport lounge before your flight, you're probably going to be saving a decent amount of money by not needing to purchase food from the airport. But even though the Altitude Reserve only gets you 8 Priority Pass visits per year compared to the Venture X's unlimited access, the Altitude Reserve Priority Pass membership includes Priority Pass restaurants. And this is great because if your favorite airport doesn't have a lounge but has a partnering restaurant, you can still use your 8 visits to get some food and drink. And just like the Venture X, this card also comes with $100 in statement credits for TSA PreCheck or Global Entry every 4 years. And this effectively comes out to about $20 in annual value since enrollment in these programs lasts for 5 years. Now, let's say we do get an effective value of $20 per year on this credit. That drops our effective annual fee for this card down to $40 per year. So how much do we actually have to spend with this card to make it worth our while? In order to break even on that $40, we'd have to spend $900 for the year. But we don't want to just break even. We want this card to be worth our while, and we want it to be much better than your standard flat rate 2% card. So let's say we spend $1,000 per month. With a 2% cashback card, that would be $240 in cashback per year. But if we're able to squeeze 4.5% back with the Altitude Reserve, that jumps up to $540 in cash back. But let's say we spend $4,000 per month or $48,000 per year. With a 2% card, that comes out to $960 per year in cash back, but with the Altitude Reserve, we're looking at $2,160 back in effective value. And at the time of recording this video, I'm seeing this card offering a pretty substantial welcome offer of 50,000 bonus points when you spend $4,500 in the first 90 days of account opening. If you redeem these points for travel, including the real-time rewards travel like we talked about earlier, these points can be worth up to $750 in value. Overall, I believe the US Bank Altitude Reserve is one of the best cards of 2023 because of its really strong earning potential combined with luxury travel perks, travel benefits, and purchase protections. It's a card that's really simple to use and one where you don't really have to worry about spend categories. But let me ask you a question. What's your favorite card for 2023? At the end of the day, there's no right or wrong answer as personal finance is personal. And if you want to see me go bonkers and try to get credit limit increases on all 20 of my credit cards, I think you're really going to enjoy this video. Thanks for watching. Peace.